Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levenson and Associates. With me today, we have the Joseph Lochran, our marketing vice president, and then we have our special guest speaker, Paul Carter, joining us as well. And, a lot of you saw the subject lines for the topic of today's webinar, and you're reading about the last webinar of the year, latest and greatest technology, how to make 2019 the best year ever. And a lot of you are curious about what you're going to learn on today's presentation. Okay, we're going to be less than an hour. And just to give everyone the 100-footer, we are going to touch on a little bit of everything when it comes to technology, selling, and marketing in our industry. Okay, and what I suggest, because we have a lot of information to cover in less than an hour, is take out a pen and paper and jot down notes, questions, comments, feedback, anything that you want us to dive into a little further, maybe after the presentation, or if you can't wait, you can type in a question in that box in the bottom or top right corner, however it shows up on your computer screen. And, there's going to be a lot of information, and some of you are going to understand this like the back of your hand. Others might get a little confused. We might lose you a little bit, and that's okay. Okay, and keep in mind, it's our job to cater to everyone, which could be challenging at times. But what's your job, and very easy in black and white, is if you don't understand something, but you want to learn more, just jot down a comment or question, and then we will visit after the presentation to make sure you're 100%. Okay, and it really doesn't matter if you're 17 years old or 84 years old. There's no excuses. Okay, the bottom line is, if you want to learn and you want to grow your insurance practice, you must use at least the basics on the technology side. Okay, and you're going to learn about, yes, the basics today, and then also some other options where we're going to dig and dive a little bit further. Okay, but at the very minimum, you need to have your website, your social media pages, know about e-apps and drop tickets, and even e-requirement, just the very, very basics. Okay, but there's no more excuses. The days of saying, oh, well, that kid, is just out of college, and of course he has a Facebook page and he's marketing on LinkedIn. Those days are over, because we can all do this now. It's so easy in black and white that there's no more excuses. Okay, if you want to grow or even maintain your insurance business, you must utilize some of these tools. I promise you, it's the only way to make it these days. It's a different world now. Okay, I mean, I saw just this morning, Elon Musk is building a tunnel to go from New York City to Washington, D.C. It goes 150 miles an hour underground. Yes, you can say the guy's a little crazy, he's off his rocker, whatever you want to say, you can say, but the bottom line is, he is paving the way for new technology, new ways, electric cars, and you got to give the guy credit, because he's taking chances, and some of these things are panning out. Okay, so as insurance agents, no, we don't have to be Elon, but yes, we have to learn a little bit and start to use some of the basics, which you're going to learn about today. Okay, enough of my rant, because I can go on and on about all of this, and my Uber story and the slime story, the Instagram star making millions at 15 years old, but I don't want to bore everyone. I'm just trying to draw the conclusion that we all need to take the first step and use some of the basics. Okay, with that said, let's jump right in here. We're going to get started with our holiday lead giveaway. As everyone knows, it's Hanukkah, Christmas, New Year's, all of the above, and everyone likes to receive gifts. So this is our way of saying thank you to all of our agents. And this is a very simple incentive program, okay? It's a freebie. Basically, write one application and you receive one free orphan lead. 3 apps, you get 2 leads. 6 apps, you get 3 leads. There's no gray area. It doesn't have to be with a certain overpriced product or carrier. That simple. Write an app, get a free orphan lead. Okay, we have a form on our website you can fill out. In fact, we're going to include the form in our thank you email that will go out to all of you that are on today's call. Just fill it out, name, address, email, phone number, and you are enrolled in the program. And this is our holiday lead giveaway, and it expires on January 4th of the new year. Just our way of saying thank you. Okay, moving forward here, we're going to talk about another incentive program. Real quick, the way that this works is everybody started at 0 in October, and whoever closes the strongest, okay, with combined annuity life supplemental product premium, we have a first, second, and third place prize. So October to December 31st, whoever closes the strongest, most amount of premium gets an all-expense paid trip to South Florida. We pay for your weekend stay, meals, we give you gift cards. This is all based around our Expo. Second place, $500 in cash. Third place is the latest generation Apple iWatch. That's called the Top Closer Contest, all products included. Okay, now, before we jump into the feature presentation today, I'm just going to say one thing, and then I'm going to introduce our guest speaker. So, you know, real quick, and I say this all the time, if you have seen me in person at the Expo or maybe our local agent meetings, or you listen to webinars, I always say that this term, and I think it's so important. And what I say, very simply put, don't listen to us. You don't have to sit here, listen to every word, and do exactly what we say, but watch our actions, okay? If you notice, we send out marketing pieces, okay, through mail, through email. We're making constant improvements and updates to our website, our marketing program, lead platforms, incentives, various contests. I mean, we are all over the board. It's a new year coming, and we know we have to get even bigger and better for our agents and come up with some great marketing ideas and platforms to help our agents sell more products, right? Because if we are not successful in helping our agents, then we lose, because we don't make any money until you make money. That's the bottom line. So you don't have to listen to us, but watch our actions. Watch what we do. Look at what we have accomplished, okay? In the last 20 plus years, we went from 200 agents to 15,000 agents in almost every city in the U.S., okay? That is all because of email marketing, social media marketing, having these weekly webinars, our YouTube videos and channel. All this stuff is free, and you should be doing the same exact thing, obviously on a retail level, okay? But I'm going to say one more thing, and then I'll introduce Paul. But if you look at our industry as a pyramid, okay, and the top of the pyramid is the life insurance or health insurance companies, right? That's the top. One level under the carriers is us, the IMO, Levenson and Associates. One level under us is our agents, and our agents try to go out and market and sell to the consumer, which is on the bottom layer. But the bottom line is, if you want to look for actions and try to get great ideas that make sense, it all starts with the carrier. When you see creative marketing from a carrier, they're doing the same thing, but they're doing it to attract us, the IMO. We're doing it to attract you, the agent, and then you, the agent, are doing the same thing to attract the end consumer. So we're all out there doing the same thing. We're all trying to work this big machine called the internet, and we're trying to maximize performance and get our name out there. But when you want to look for ideas and actions, look at the top. Look at the layer above you. You should be looking at us. We look at the carrier, and that's the way the big picture works. It's not rocket science, folks. We all have access to the same technology now, especially by utilizing the Levinson iGenius platform. Okay, so today's feature presentation is about the exclusive Levinson E requirement tool. This is a great piece of technology. It's complimentary if you're with Levinson and Associates, and we now have a handful of our core carriers that approve the platform. Paul's going to dive in and show you how to get business processed faster, which is the name of the game. Paul, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, first off, everybody, as Joe said, as Bill said, happy holidays. And I'm just basically going to jump through the functionality of this. If the platform deserves to be hyped, I'll leave that to Bill and Joe. They know the business better than anybody. And if there's good things to be said, I'll let them say it. Many of you have already signed up for this. Those that you have, of you that haven't, you can go to the Agent Tool tab on the website and avail yourselves to it. For those of you that have, this might look familiar. This is your back office home screen. This is where the process starts. What the tool's used for, quite simply, is, as you know, no matter how assiduously you might fill out applications, sometimes after it's gone to carrier and underwriting, some additional information is needed. There's requirements. This lets you go in and find a discrete section of an application or sections. Highlight the areas that your proposed insured needs to address. They can go in there and fill out those areas, sign the application. You can do this in real time with them on the phone. I've seen these things done in dozens of minutes. One time I pulled some metrics out of the last 1,000 transactions at that time. The average was 3.4 days from the first keystroke to signed over those 1,000 apps. So how do you go about it? Hopefully quite intuitively. You just come down here to this link that says Request Forms, and you click on that. You'll see there's a drop down here where you're going to select a carrier. I'll go ahead and I'll go with Protective. And there's a filter here. If you leave it open, it's going to show you every form we have in our library for Protective. That's all the forms for new business and ancillary forms that might come in after even a case has gone in, in force. But if you're sitting in Florida like I am, you may not want to look at everything. You might want to just look at the apps that are applicable to Florida or the sections of apps. So you go ahead and you pick your resident state, or more importantly, the state that your proposed insured's in. I know many of you sell nationally. And so you'll pick whatever state they're in, whatever's applicable to the form. And then you can come in here and you can select the form that's required. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go with military sale disclosure. You click here, you add the form. If there's more than one section of a form or form that needs to be addressed, you can put in as many as you need. So you could do medical provider and add that. You can basically concatenate a pack. If you have a form in there that you don't need, simply exit out. Again, hopefully that's intuitive. And so now that you've got those in, you're going to start filling in some blanks. So let me go with, let's see. All right, so you got your proposed insured's name. I'm going to put in the address of our demo site, our demo email account. And I'm going to gin up a policy number. I'm going to gin up a case number. You'll see in a few minutes where these come into play. I'm going to put in a zip code. Now, these boxes I'm filling out here, you always want to put in hopefully at least two, if not all of them. These are bits of information you'd probably have, from taking the main app. And you'll see in a couple moments why it's important to put in probably at least two, if not all of them. So now that I've filled in these blanks, what these are these are answers to questions your proposed insured will be asked so they can authenticate themselves, so they can interact with and sign the form set. This makes the carriers happy. This keeps Bill happy. This keeps you happy because you know you're dealing with who you should deal with. So we'll go ahead and we'll request the forms. This is our graphic user interface. This is word for word what's on that form. You'll scroll down. And just for the sake of the demo and brevity, time's important. Let's say that you just need policy type and an amount filled out. Now, how did I do that highlighting? You simply double click. So if you need to deselect an area, double click, it takes it away. If you need to select an area, double click, you put it in. So let's just say for the sake of this demo, that's all the carrier needs to make them happy. So I've highlighted those two areas. Also, if you like, you could fill in. You could, if you happen to know it's term life, you can go ahead and put that in for them. and then that will be on there when the PDF is rendered and you're ready to send it to the carrier. That'll be in place. So you can leave everything blank. You can put in as much information as you have on hand. That's your decision. We don't assume to know how you best get these cases moving and keep them moving. We just provide the tool. The next thing you're going to do is come down here and click on the next button. All right, little screen comes up, lets you know that the email went to Anita O'Day at the email address you see there. I'm now going to pivot over. Let me get rid of a couple tabs here I don't need anymore. All right, I'm going to go over here to our demo email box. I'm going to refresh the screen. And you'll see that the email just came in. Now, just to make sure everybody's clear on what's happening here, we are now assuming the role of the proposed insured. That's whose hat we have on. This is the proposed insured. They've logged into their email. They see the email from you, and they click on it. They'll see that, Dear Anita O'Day, Protective Insurance Company application's been filled out, your request, et cetera, please click on the link. They do that. And here's where those questions are posed that you gave the answers for. It will only ask the questions you give answers for. So if you only give one answer, you only get one question. And if it's date of birth, my date of birth happens to be March 17th, 1958. But if let's say the agent put it in, you put it in 03/17/1958, but I quite rightfully write MARCH. That's not going to accept that answer because it has to match exactly what you put in when you filled in those blanks. So as it says here in the text, they're allowed to swap the question. They do that via this link. So most people know the last four of the Social Security number, but I'm going to go ahead and click on change just to change the question. And so now we're going to put in, oh, didn't like that. So change it back to last four of my Social Security number. Authenticate, and again, keep in mind I'm now in the role of the proposed insured. I scroll down. Not surprisingly, I see these screens exactly as you left them with the highlighting in place. So, yep, term insurance is what I want, so I don't have to change anything there. I can affirm it. First year's premium, let's say, all right. And again, just for the sake of brevity in the demo, that's all that's needed. So I've given my attention to the two highlighted fields. I click on next. The next thing that happens is it takes the proposed insured into the e-signature ceremony. If there's multiple pages, they can just skip to the next page or they can go to the next signature. They have those options. Since this is a single page, single signature, they just click on that. Takes you right down here. You see a highlighted area. The proposed insured clicks on sign. Immediately it says digitally signed by Anita O'Day, has the date, the time, the IP address from which the event occurred. This is the e-signature that's approved by the carrier. You're good to go. All they have to do is come up here, click on the finished button. That locks in everything that's been done. This screen comes up and lets them know that they can download the form if they'd like to. So they come over here and they click on the link. When they do so, it'll open up the PDF in whatever PDF reader they have on their machine. They can scroll down. They can see digitally signed again by Anita O'Day. They can see that it's a term life policy. They can see the premium down here that was filled in. Everything's in place. And if they like, they can print this, save it to their machine locally, whatever they might like to do with this. At this point, the proposed insured's role in the transaction is done. So now we're going to pivot back to our role as the insurance agent or the case manager, whoever was basically initiating the transaction. Let's go ahead and put that hat back on. So we come back here to our back office. You come over here again, hopefully quite intuitively. You'll click on View Request. What happens is it'll show you every transaction that's been initiated in the current calendar month. So you've got a good bit of information here to help you out. I'm going to walk you through some of these. Some of these are quite recent enhancements. You might have gotten emails from me about them. We do try to keep you abreast as we improve the platform. Many of the enhancements, by the way, were suggested by agents just like yourselves. We listen and we try to make this as easy and useful as possible. So you've got your client names listed down here. start date, policy number. Remember, I put those in, case number if you've got that. List the carriers, list the forms that are involved in the transaction. You can see that this one here had 2 forms involved in the transaction. Quite importantly, you have the status. So with a glance, you can see which cases are still in play and which aren't. And then there's a little accoutrement over here, which is the done button. Once you click on done, what will happen is you can come back over here to the filter. And if you want, you can just look at the cases that are done. Or you can look at the cases that aren't done and ignore the ones that are done. Or you can look at everything. What done means to a given producer or case manager is entirely up to you. It might mean that you printed it and sent it to Bill or to the carrier or whatever the next appropriate step is. Again, we don't make too many assumptions about your workflow. We just try to provide the tools to enhance your workflow and make it as efficient as possible. So there's not a whole lot you can do with a case that's signed. I'm going to come down here to the bottom to the one on Anita Day that we just did. I'll click on her name, and you'll see basically you can pull the PDF or you can go back to view request. What I'd like to do is go back to view request, and I'll show you this one that's on the top that says waiting for Mr. Marco Polo. So you can see now you've got several more options. Why? Because proposed insured hasn't signed the form yet. Of course, once they've signed the form, it's not really considered cricket to make any changes to anything, so the ability to make changes is removed. But at this point in time, there's several things you can do. Probably the most common option that's going to be exercised here is you're going to resend the email. Now, you could simply resend it because, unfortunately, they tossed it with the spam this morning and deleted it. It might be that they're at a different email address. They can't receive personal email addresses through their work email, so you have to change it to their work email address. So you can modify the email address, put something else in, click resend. Perhaps it was typoed. Somebody did .com with 2 M's. You can correct the mistake and then click resend, and now they'll receive the email. This is probably the button that's used most often. The other options you have available to you is you can go in and you could highlight other fields or remove highlighting if that's what was needed. Okay. In the case of Mr. Polo, it looks like he was reticent to give his social security number over the phone and was probably quite happy to do it on a secure website. So what you could do there is just put in a series of zeros, highlight it, and then he could go in and put in the correct one on the secure website. You've got options like that available to you. When you click next, it locks in the changes, the additional highlighting you just did, and when they click on the link, they'll see the changes you just made. The other button that you can interact with is down here on the bottom, change forms. Let's say I needed to add a different part of the form set to the, let's say we needed to add a child rider. You could add that to the pack, save the changes, and again, when they click on the link in their email, now they'll see both form sets and they'll interact with both of them, fill in the highlighted information, sign them, and you're done. Really, that's it. It's that simple, that straightforward, and hopefully quite intuitive. I might add, if I like, if it's all right with Bill and Joe, you can get in touch with either Levenson Associates or those of you that receive emails with my contact information. I always try to be available to answer a question, either phone or email. We want this to be easy for you. We want this to work for you because, as Bill said, if you're not using these things and you're slowing down the cycle time, then it's going to reduce everybody's profitability. That's really the 1, 2, 3, 4 of it.
Yep, that was perfect. Yeah, and just think, I mean, again, the 100-footer, think in your head, you know, you send in an application, there's a foreign travel questionnaire needed, you have to fax it or email it or snail mail to the actual client, and let's say there's an original signature needed, whatever the case is. By the time they get it and then you follow up and it comes back to you, that could be weeks versus literally all in the same day. So you talk about speeding things up, getting paid faster, moving on to the next sale. That's a great tool. That's another value add exclusively by Levinson and Associates with no charge attached. We take care of all of the fees along with Paperless Solutions Group. So again, run with this stuff and use this as another recruiting tool when you're out there building your downline as well. Okay, thank you, Paul. Great job. We're going to move forward here. Again, we have so much info to cover. So what we did a few months back now is we have so much on the marketing side with lead programs and incentives and technology and agency automator, iGenius. We put together a infographic, which is like a big picture of all of our tools and technology and platforms. On the left side there, that's the marketing infographic, and everything is itemized by number. There's a little breakdown underneath each number. You can click on it, and it explains exactly what each program or tool is. Okay, very, very neat stuff. And if you have like a downline agent or maybe an agent that works with you, you can email this picture or infographic, and then everything that they need is now at their fingertips. So it makes things very, very easy in black and white. In the middle, that's our contracting and commissions infographic. Everything around E&O insurance, our contracting portal, our training platform, continuing ed, everything again at your fingertips on the contracting infographic. On the right side, talk about underwriting, new business processing, e-requirement. Everything that has to do with new business processing is on the infographic on the right side. We're going to email these out to everyone, but it's basically, think 3 pictures, and you click on each picture and it gives you the breakdown of every single tool, technology platform that Levinson and Associates has. Okay, so real quick, and then Joe's going to take the wheel. What I want to add as we're going through these slides and showing you all of this great technology, but by the way, most of this has never been done in the life insurance and health insurance world before. So we're incorporated a lot of neat stuff from other industries. So I love this forward-thinking tech. I mean, this is what we're about, and this is why we've grown. So I hope all of you that are on the phone are thinking the same exact way, because you have to get out there. This is the only way to do it. And with the internet, obviously, it's free. It's as big or as little as you want to make it. So what I suggest is, as we're going through the slides, is think about your niche, okay? If you already have a niche and, you know, you are the, let's say the insurance guy or girl at the local temple or church, and you get plenty of referrals in business, great. Well, you should also think about another hat. Okay, maybe you want to focus on foreign travel and foreign nationals, and you want to be the go-to agent just for this kind of business. The medical field, this is huge for, like, let's say RNs, doctors, PAs, any certain doctor's offices, and you want to be known as the guy or girl that focuses on insurance products for the medical field and industry. Okay, mortgage protection, okay, another great niche. We have so many platforms. We have various websites and portals where you can gain information on consumers that just purchased or refinanced a home. College planning and funding, scholarships, that's another great niche. And with our Sage Scholarship Program and all of the gift cards and marketing material, that's another great hat to wear. We even have it's called Professor 101 series that will train you to help you put a designation on your business card that has to do with college planning and funding. If you want to maybe focus on, you know, this new epidemic with this vapor and e-cigarette users, right? And cigar and chewers, cigar smokers, chewers, even prescription marijuana users. If you want to focus on that particular niche, we have tons of marketing material and training pieces. We even have presentations for seminars, okay? If you want to host your own seminar and give out our free gift cards to gain attendance, the list goes on and on and on. But what I'm suggesting to you is start to think about what your niche is going to be, and then run as fast and as hard as you can with your certain niche, and we can help you, okay, by giving you lists and showing you where to go for what. And there's no stopping you these days with marketing and your website and social media and making videos for free. It goes on and on and on. But first, you have to develop your niche and figure out what that's going to be, and then you run as fast as you can with that. All right, so I get a little excited here, long-winded, apologize. Joe's going to take the wheel from here. We're going to dive into the support that's available to you and then some more of these free tools and access for you. Joe?
Yep, thanks, Bill. So, of course, a part of really building your practice for the new year, like Bill mentioned, is using all the support that's available through Levinson and Associates. So real quickly here, a lot of new agents I see on the call today. I just want to point out, a couple different areas where we can certainly help. On the left-hand side, our licensing team is going to help process appointments, help you with requirements, even advise on required product trainings, especially if you're in the annuity marketplace. Also work with you on commission allocations and questions. In the middle, our marketing support. This is where you're going to find your pre-sales support, underwriting pre-screens, quotes, illustrations, case design, even advanced marketing support, training on all the different platforms, and product support. I think now we have close to 75 different carriers. So knowing which carrier to go to in the right scenario and at the right time is really going to help you grow your business. You're not going to have to recommend different products and then go back to that client and have another option that might have been better from the get-go. So lean on that marketing support team to help you every single step of the way. And then on the right-hand side, our new business support team is going to help with processing new business, scrubbing applications, coordinating all the ongoing underwriting requirements, processing the policy approval, delivery requirements, everything you need from start to finish to help make sure that that part of the business is handled. Your back office support team is there, which leaves you a lot more time to help go out and prospect for new clients and really do what you're supposed to be doing is working with your clients and cultivating new relationships. So from here on out, everything we're going to be covering is available on carrylevinson.com. Before I hand it back over to Bill, I just want to mention this website is constantly being revised and revamped to make things very easy for you. We have a single sign-on platform for all the different plugins. We're going to dive into a live chat feature. We're constantly working to make this very easy to navigate, of course, including all the consumer material, the underwriting tools, all the impairment forms, and of course, e-applications, drop tickets. I'm going to dive into that in a couple slides. So everything we're going to be covering, of course, Bill did mention you'll receive an email with that infographic so you can click on every single item, but all this is available on carrylevinson.com. So I'll turn it back over to Bill to dive into our agency Automator platform.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. And, I'm going to mention, and I know we don't have enough time today, but it's so important that everyone understands, no matter what your age bracket is, the most underserved part of the market today is the millennials, okay? Very underinsured, and I feel like it's our job, meaning us as the marketer, you as the agent, to get your name out there, get the message out there. And there's no better, easier way, obviously, than by using the internet, right? So we all know how that works. So what we did is we put together Agency Automator, and this has been out now for a little over a year. And of course, we're making it bigger and better for the new year, for 2019. And I'm just going to go over a few of the legs that you see coming out of the main body there, okay? So everybody understands. And again, I'm going to go fast, so just take down a note or comment, and then we can revisit. Okay, so Agency Automator, just think of like a turnkey marketing platform online for you, right? The insurance agent. So Agency Automator is the main body there, the big circle. That's the name of the tool itself. Coming out of the Agency Automator, the first leg is the CRM tool. We're going clockwise. We're starting about 9 o'clock. So the CRM tool, that's very simple. That's just a way for you to keep your name in front of your existing clients and new prospects. Okay, what I suggest is at least 1 to 3 times per month is you send out a marketing piece and or newsletter, okay? And we have a library filled with various marketing pieces for different parts of the industry that you can just pick and drag and drop, and everything goes out. It's an email that goes out with your name, your picture, your logo, your contact information, okay? And the point is, after you're dripping on your clients and prospects over and over, when they're ready for life insurance or long-term care or med supp or whatever the product is, they're going to remember, hey, Bill Levinson is the crazy guy who sends me an email 2-3 times a month. Now my friend Ethel just brought up long-term care, so I'm going to remember to call Bill, okay? That's very important these days, because if you don't get your name out there in front of your prospects and clients, well, Susie, the lady that just graduated high school that's very comfortable with technology and CRM, is going to get her name in front of your clients and prospects, and you're ultimately going to lose the relationship, okay? It happens all the time. So be proactive with this. And this is a free tool by Levinson, okay? The CRM and the website builder is completely free. So the website builder, just like it says, is a free retail website for you. So everything is customizable, it's turnkey, so it's all ready to go. You can literally go in and be up and running in 10, 15 minutes. If you want to customize it by adding pictures or links or quote engines for other product lines or whatever that you're, even if you're involved with maybe selling real estate and mortgage protection insurance at the same time, that's fine. Okay, as long as you're under us in writing, we have no problem with you maybe importing other tools or quote engines. That we have no problem with that whatsoever. So you can make this as big or as small as you would like, but this is your online business card. This is your storefront in 2019. The brick and mortar, remember, we all know how that is, a McDonald's on the corner of University Drive and Sample Road. This is your new brick and mortar. If you don't have your website set up and it looks nice and professional, no one's going to stop in for the cheeseburger, right? We all know how that works. So this is very important these days. And I'll tell you, I don't care how great of an agent you are, if you don't have a great professional looking website, you're going to fall backwards. I promise you, because the younger generation, the first thing they do now, they go into their smartphones, they pull up Google, and they say, Bill Levinson, search South Florida. They want to know who I am and who they're dealing with, especially if you're selling over the phone and online. Okay, so very important. Agency Automator Plus is the top, about 12 o'clock. That is built for you to recruit agents, okay? We have a database, over 500,000 licensed agents in the country. You can just go in, plug in a zip code, whatever criteria you want. The system will give you name, email, address, phone of every agent that falls into your criteria. You can then send out pieces from our marketing library to start recruiting and building your very own downline. Moving forward, about 2 o'clock, that's our virtual assistant, and this is very inexpensive. It's a co-op platform. This is a live person, okay, that's very well educated in the insurance business that can call on your clients. If you're having a seminar, okay, you can say to him, hey, I have these 100 clients in this zip code. I want you to call them and invite them to my seminar and tell them about my new long-term care campaign that I'm running in February, or offer them a free scholarship gift card to attend. Whatever the case is, this person is at your disposal. It's like a 24/7 in-house admin assistant, okay, at your fingertips. So moving forward, about 3 o'clock is Asure Works, and this is a game changer for the insurance world, folks. I'm going to talk about this in just a second. We're very excited about this. We launched it a few months ago. We've had great success. I'm going to show you exactly how this works on the next slide. Joe? Okay, good stuff. Okay, so I'm talking fast, but I want you to really pay attention here. Put down your cell phone, close out your other screen, stop the car, whatever you have to do. This is a game changer. Asure Works. Okay, now think about in your mind, we've all been on Amazon, especially during holiday time, and you go on Amazon, you're shopping for a few gifts for the family and friends, and you're looking at, let's say, a small office refrigerator and a Nike tennis hat and, let's say, gym sneakers, you know, whatever the case is, and even dog food for little Rocky, okay? You got 4 different items from 4 different manufacturers. You buy 3 of the 4, and you left off the dog food for Rocky, poor Rocky, right? Okay, so now, later on that night, you go on ESPN.com or you go on social media pages or search engines, and all of a sudden, you see that green bag of dog food for Rocky pop up in the right-hand corner of your computer screen or your smartphone. And it says on sale now for $19.99, okay? When you were on 4 hours earlier on Amazon, it was $29.99. Now it's $19.99. Okay, so what they just did to you, because you scratch your head and you say, how the hell did they know that I was on ESPN.com and I was looking at dog food 4 hours earlier? Okay, that's target marketing in a nutshell. And they're going to track you, okay, by your behavior every single day, typically for about 2 to 4 weeks, until you click on that green bag of dog food. That's target marketing at its finest. Well, now as insurance agents, you can do the same exact thing. The way that this works, it's a co-op program, okay, $59 per month per zip code. So if you want to start with one zip code just to see how it works, no problem. The way that this is going to work, if you, let's say we start with 33067 in Coral Springs, Florida, I'm going to pay my $59, and now everybody in that zip code that goes online to search for life insurance, long-term care, financial planning, college funding, whatever keywords or terms you want to plug in, those particular consumers are going to see your ad come up in the top right-hand corner. Instead of the dog food, they're going to see Bill Levinson, the local Coral Springs life insurance agent, and it's going to have my picture and my website and my phone number, and click here for an appointment. And every time that that person in the zip code goes online on ESPN, on Google search, on whatever the case is, they're going to see your ad come up for 1 month. Until they click on your picture, it brings them to your website and they click set up meeting today. You can track everything. At the end of the month, you can buy as many zip codes as you would like. There's a maximum of 3 per zip code. So a maximum of 3 agents per zip code, or you can buy all 3 slots. But this is target marketing in the insurance world. See, years and years ago, when the big companies did this, it was so expensive that it was limited to the big companies. But now, because of technology advancements and because of volume in riding the coattails of our other agents, you can now do this for $59 a month. So this is huge. On the bottom, this is called the sphere. And the way that this works, okay, same type of concept, but it's a little different in the way that it's $99 per month. You can add or upload up to 5,000 contacts of all of your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, everybody. You're going to load into your sphere, okay? Now, when your friends, family, neighbors, prospects all go online for the next 30 days, when they go on to Amazon or Google, they're going to see your ad pop up, okay? So one of your friends that you keep bringing up IUL life insurance to, right, and they've been on the fence, they're going to go online and see, hey, that's Bill Levinson, the guy that keeps bringing up the IUL. Why is his picture online every time I go to a website? Hopefully pushing them over the edge to click to make the appointment and go to your website. This is called creative and target marketing, and now it's very inexpensive by riding our coattails, and it's a co-op platform that you can run with, okay? I encourage everyone to look into this. We have a great video that describes it. Let us know. Any one of our marketers can help out, or we have weekly training webinars that goes over Agency Automator, Asure Works, the website builder, all of the above. So you can hop on anytime to learn more. I hope I didn't lose anyone. Okay, so moving forward, Agency Automator updates. This is really, really neat stuff here, and I know we're running real short on time, so I'm going to go quick. Brand new updates for your Agency Automator. Now, some of this stuff I'm going to point out real quick. It's so important. The scholarship new page has been added to all of the free websites. If you're already up and running, you're going to see the scholarship button. This gives your clients all of the free scholarship information, hoping they get excited, click set up appointment, and you reach out to them and make a new sale. Okay, the VIP package. This is awesome because, you know, we've surveyed all of our agents, and over the last year and a half, everyone loves Agency Automator, but one of the biggest pushback comments that, I'm not going to say complaints, but comments that we get are, Bill, I love what you guys are doing, but I don't have the time. I need to stay in the field and go to Starbucks and meet my clients face to face. I need someone to do all of this for me. We have done exactly that, okay? We have one person that knows all the ins and outs that you will meet with on a monthly basis. They will set up all of your marketing. This includes the virtual assistant to call all of your prospects for you, set up campaigns, all of the above. Everything is included. It's a co-op deal. We're launching this January 1. We're going to have a webinar introducing it, but this is going to be awesome. Okay. Plus, we just added the mobile optimization. So what that means is now, if you have the free website builder, all of your clients that pull you up on their smartphone are going to see your website, but optimized for the smaller screen. So everything's black and white, looks very professional. Okay. And this is what you need to do to move forward into the new world here, because we're attracting a lot of the younger generation. And even my grandma, okay, we call her Bubby, she's 94 years old, she has a Facebook page. So I don't care, I don't want to hear any more excuses about this is only for the younger people, because that's just not the case any longer. Maybe 5-10 years ago I would have believed you, but no more. Okay, the agent retail website, this is the free website builder that we just spoke about. If you don't have this up and running, you're falling behind. And I mean that. If you already have a professional website, great. Okay, we don't sell these and make money. This is free for all of our agents. We have free quote engines that are built in with lead capture. We just added the scholarship button. Take a look. We have these weekly trainings. If you want to learn a little bit more before signing up, no problem. Every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have live training webinars that you can listen in and ask questions, okay? So we built this to make sure that you are comfortable. All right, moving forward here, we have our Sell While You Sleep platform. Now think back to that Amazon shopping cart approach, right? Well, this is the same thing, but for life insurance and supplemental products. So launching January 2019, think about that Amazon. You got 4 different types of products, 4 different companies that make the products. Same thing for insurance products. So you will be able, you're going to have a button or page on your website, and hopefully we're going to drive traffic to that page, and your client is going to be able to check whichever product that they would like to see quotes on. They can do a side-by-side comparison and then just click whichever product they want, same-day approval. Some of the policies are emailed within 24 hours. Others are mailed directly to the client within a week. But this is a game changer. This is Sell While You Sleep, only available through us. We now have 5 major carriers that have signed on. Couldn't be any more excited about Sell While You Sleep. Okay, Joe's going to touch on our social media platform and how important this is and give you other tips and tidbits. Again, we're going to move quick, so sit back, take notes. Joe, you there?
Yep, thanks, Bill. So real quick, having the website and everything is great. We also want to make sure that you can expand that into your different social media platforms. So we have social media packages available. You can sign up right from the website. Again, carrylevinson.com. One of them even creates a Facebook quote engine, so clients can check out your Facebook page, run quotes in real time, and generate leads. We also have different packages that help publish content to those different social media platforms to make sure that you're engaging more and more customers using that social media platform. So really, really important if you're going to be doing any online marketing. One thing I do want to cover, this is my next slide here, is finding new clients using Google Alerts. So I'm going to explain this real quickly here, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Of course, this is being recorded. We will send out the instructions to everyone so that if we go kind of fast, you can go back and look at it. So we all know that when we talk to clients and prospects and they mention things like, oh, I just moved to this town, or I had a certain life change, that's an opportunity as an agent to recommend maybe mortgage protection insurance or reviewing their existing policies. Maybe someone had a child and now they need more life insurance. Those are different things that as an agent, you should say to yourself, this is an opportunity for me to recommend or maybe talk to that prospect or client about maybe getting new coverage. So obviously, it's very hard to keep tabs on everybody all the time, which is the whole point of Google Alerts. So you actually set this up. It includes LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google+. And anytime any of your prospects or clients or friends type in anything to any of those social media platforms about moving or having a child, you get to set all those keywords. You are instantly notified saying, hey, this is something you told us you may have been interested in. Your friend or your cousin just mentioned this, and it has the keyword that you're looking for. So you can literally set this up for any type of keyword. Very simple, very easy to do. And what it will help you do is kind of track those different social media platforms to know what's going on in their different worlds. So real quick, you go to google.com/alerts, you enter the keyword phrases, you put quotations around it, and you basically select your preferred settings and create alert. It's that simple. If you don't have a Facebook page, I definitely recommend setting up, especially one for your business. That's going to help generate a lot of activity and help you kind of know what's going on in those different social media environments and generate a lot of new leads for you. So that's the first concept I wanted to make sure I cover. The second one I want to make sure I cover is creating a video. You know, it used to be if you wanted to create a video, you need to pay thousands of dollars for a production crew. Almost everybody now has a cell phone that has a camera on it. I don't think they even make cell phones without a camera on it anymore. You can record videos right from your smartphone and publish them directly to YouTube. It literally takes minutes. We've got some great pointers on creating videos, and I've got some examples here of different agents. You know, they basically turn the camera around and they record why you need life insurance, a little bit about living benefits. In the bottom right-hand side there's an agent who was driving to work in Northern Florida, and he turned around his phone, hit record, and said, I want to talk to you about cash accumulation life insurance. All those different videos that are being created by agents are getting a lot of views, a lot of likes, and it's a great way to generate some additional leads. So we have a whole presentation, a whole PDF. It's about 8 pages long that will walk you through that process. We'll send that out to everyone on the call, but definitely a great way to kind of dive into that social media world and YouTube and actually have a channel and post different videos. Very, very important to engaging new and younger customers. Also, a couple things I want to mention here. These are all things on CarrieLevinson.com. Our online training calendar to join more webinars just like this. Go to that training calendar. You can see all the upcoming events for the next probably 4 to 5 months that we've scheduled in the calendar. We have webinars scheduled all the way through the end of February. So a lot of great stuff coming up for the new year. In addition to that, right on Agent Tools, click on Recorded Webinars. We've got hundreds of webinars that you can watch, and especially on the YouTube channel. This is where all of our 411 videos go. All those recorded webinars, they're all there in real time for you to kind of sit back and watch, especially as the holidays approach. You're going to have some free time on your hands. Watch those videos, and you'll learn a lot of information about generating leads and new prospects and all the platforms that we cover. Also, I get asked this question probably 5 times a day, you know, hey, I'm looking for new lead programs. We've developed LevinsonLeadProgram.com as a central hub for you to be able to go and access all of our different lead programs, whether it's live transfer, whether it's a direct mail program. We even have call center leads for mortgage protection, final expense, even annuity lead program. So when you have a chance, go to LevinsonLeadProgram.com. You can check out every single one of those lead programs, and you actually get a discount as a Levinson agent. So definitely something worth your while to take a look at all those different programs. Also, on the website, I get called all day long for quotes, which is great. That's what we're here for. With the holidays approaching, our office is going to be closed for a couple days. If you do need to run a quote, you can go right to the website, click on Term and UL Quote Engine. Our brand new quote engine is probably the easiest system I've ever seen. You can compare multiple products in real time. You can link right to the e-applications and actually save yourself a lot of times. It's a great tool to be able to show clients online with a screen share, hey, these are the top 20 companies for your scenario, and these are the best products. If you don't have time to run a quote, there is a section on the website right on the screen. It says Quote Request. You can request full illustrations for whole life, term, universal life, critical illness, disability income, every single product we support. You can request a quote and you'll get that before we close, as long as you actually send that in before 4 p.m. Eastern. I always mention, if you're with a client or on your way to an appointment, give us a call. We'll run those quotes in real time and send you everything you need for that appointment. Also, when it comes to processing business, saving time, making sure that you're maximizing your practice, if you're not using drop tickets or e-applications, I highly recommend you take a look at those on our website. That drop ticket takes about 4 minutes to submit an application. Everything is done for you at the home office. They call the client, ask the medical questions, schedule the pyramid exam. You can also use an e-application at the bottom. It's a very, very simple and effective way to submit business. And that's really part of kind of going into the new year, making sure that you're using all these tools and technology to maximize your time. The days of sitting there and filling out a 25-page application and taking up half your day, that's a complete waste of time if you can use that e-application, especially when you look at taking what was once a regional sales position and moving it into selling to different clients in other states using non-resident licenses, so you can really expand your business by using some of these online e-application tools. Another great tool is our online underwriting software called Xray. This is right on KerryLevinson.com underneath the underwriting tab. This is a great tool to really help your clients identify what company is going to be best for them right out of the get-go. So the days of submitting applications and getting ratings and declines and being surprised, you can avoid all of that headache and really show your client you know what you're doing. This system was designed for you to input all of your client's medical information, put in all the special details that the underwriters are going to ask, and actually see in real time what those carriers are going to offer your client, and you can see those exact premiums. So you can now tell your client you can informally shop the entire marketplace without actually having to sign an application. So when you show them that, they're going to know that you as an agent, you know what you're doing and you have your plan together because you represent all these carriers and you can show them in real time what no other agent can. So I think that's a really, really powerful tool to be able to make sure that you're closing that sale with the right client. Real quick here before I hand it back off to Bill, one of the best sales tools we've seen for this year and going into the new year is our IUL software platform. This is a completely turnkey platform where you upload details from your illustration on the Index Universal Life product, and it creates a customized report for that client with downside scenarios. We even have one-on-one presentations and group presentations if you want to host a seminar. So great platform, completely web-based, a great technology tool to really close more IUL business for the new year.
Okay, thanks, Joe. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes left. I'm going to move quick. A lot of agents don't know this, but on our website, if you click on case status, you can look at all of your cases, licensing, see what's pending, what's paid, who you're licensed with, what your agent numbers are. It's very simple. If you have any issues, just let Joe know, and we will make sure you are set up and active. But this is great. You can check on the weekends, nighttime. You can check your whole downline, everything in real time. So this basically links up to our internal system. Okay, our online contracting platform, everything stores, and you can just literally check which carrier you want to get appointed with, and all of your information automatically populates. So you no more printing and sending each company, makes things a lot easier. For more info, just contact Kristen or Donna on the licensing side. Levenson Mobile App. This is a free download for all of our agents. And again, a lot of agents don't realize this is even on their smartphone. Okay, go to the App Store, hit Levinson and Associates, and everything at your fingertips. You can meet a prospect at your son or daughter's basketball game tonight, run a quote, sign them up online in literally less than 5 minutes. The whole process, you're done. So make sure that the app is on your phone and you can run quotes in seconds. Okay, moving forward, annual Expo. This will be our best Expo ever. Over 300 agents and GAs in attendance. Our keynote speaker, Joe Ross, is the man. This guy, hands down, bar none, is the best life insurance trainer in our industry today, period. So he's going to be live speaking for an hour. We have our top core carriers in attendance. We're giving away incentives. We do dinner the night before for our out-of-towners, breakfast, snacks, lunch. Everything is free. Even if you're brand new with us and never written an application, do not miss May 10th, 2019. And again, it's complimentary. And if you're outside of Florida and you want to fly in, we have minimum premium requirements starting at $15,000 and up, where we will take care of your room at our beachfront location, and even a chance to take care of airfare round trip for you and your spouse at certain premium levels. So run with this stuff, folks. But at the minimum make sure you're in attendance at our expo. Okay, a lot of the tools and technology that I just went over. If you want to learn more, we have these live trainings every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it's not just a training webinar, which is what you're on now. These actually are built for you to jump in, ask questions, and comment. I would have your assistant on there if you have one. The goal is by the time the training is done, that you are up and running and utilizing this new technology, okay? So whatever platform you're interested on, go to our training calendar on the website and register now. Top sales ideas of 2018, that's going to be our first webinar of the new year, January 4th. 2 p.m. And then we have revised our mortgage protection lead program, made it bigger and better. That webinar is on January 17th. And we're finally done here. I know I ran 2 minutes over, but I hope this was well worth every minute spent. And, you know, it's my job to make sure that I bring value, and my goal is to make sure that our agents walk away with some great sales ideas or tips or nuggets of information to help you accelerate your business for next year. Not just talk and you're going to forget everything we said by tomorrow, but that's why I say to take notes and let's revisit and make sure you're comfortable. We have 19 employees now at our South Florida location, 4 are remote, 15 in-house. We are all here to make sure that you are comfortable with our platform and ultimately you grow your business, because that's when we win. It's a win-win-win. You, us, the carriers, okay? That's simple. We're going to end on this note. This is our Positive Tuesday quote that's on all of our social media outlets. The higher power that always stands behind me is much stronger than the problem that lies ahead. Believe in something bigger. With that said, I want to thank everybody for making 2018 our best year ever to date. And it's all because of you guys and girls that are on this call today. So a heartfelt thank you. It's only going to be bigger and better for 2019. I hope all of you are along for the ride. We're going to constantly bring new products, technology, and help you innovate so you can relate to all of your consumers. Have a great rest of the year and great selling. Take care.